All right, welcome back. Just want to discuss a couple trades that have recently happened in the NHL. A couple minor trades. The first taking place was yesterday. Jost goes to Minnesota for Nico Sturm. Jost is 24. He's making $2 million a year, and he's signed through next season. Whereas Nico Sturm is around the league minimum, and his contract expires at the end of this season, which I believe he's a UFA. Nico Sturm has the better stats of the two players. This is his second full season in the NHL. He has 9 goals, 8 assists for 17 points. His face-off percentage is above 50, and Minnesota needs that. They kind of struggle in the face-off dot a bit. Whereas Jost, he has 6 goals, 8 assists for 14 points, but his face-off percentage is sub 40. For his career face-off percentage, it's 39.5, and this season it is 39.3. That's not good. So Minnesota's going to struggle a bit there. Nico Sturm also has, better stats for the season. He signed at a lower cap hit, but he's a UFA after this year. Jost has a lot of potential. Again, number 10th overall pick in, I believe, the 2019 draft, 2016 draft. It's been a while. Oh, wow. But he's still 24. A change of scenery might be good. It's kind of a risk on Minnesota's part, but a minor risk at that. But Colorado's going for it this year. Nico Sturm is a great fourth line center. He has high potential. They're both young players, so we'll see how Jost does in Minnesota. But overall, I'd say it's a pretty fair trade. It's interesting nonetheless, but they're just swapping players one for one. Pretty much fourth line centers. But what just recently happened was Frank Vatrano got traded to the New York Rangers for a fourth round pick in this year's draft. We don't know if it's Winnipeg's fourth round pick that they traded to New York or New York's actual fourth round pick. Regardless, he's a great depth forward. He has 20 goal potential. He scored 18 goals a few seasons ago. He had a career high of 24 goals the season before he scored 18 goals. He's definitely a goal scorer as opposed to an assist man. But he can also, I haven't watched him much in Florida. I'm going to be open about that. But at least in Boston, there's a lot of, he played well on defense. He defends very, very well. So Florida, the New York Rangers are looking for a depth goal scorer that can defend. They might rely on Vatrano more for defense than he has had to be relied on in Florida. But he's capable. He can do it. He's still a young player. I also like that the New York Rangers didn't overpay for a rental player. A fourth-round pick for a potential goal scorer, in retrospect, is a steal. Vatrano's a free agent after this season. Who knows if he's going to sign back with New York or if he's going to go elsewhere. So you don't want to pull a Rick Nash deal like the Bruins did and throw a first-round pick, Ryan Lindgren, and another prospect in there, and Spooner, who is another prospect, but for a guy who's going to play 11 or 18 games in your uniform. So I think it's a good pick. Florida has a lot of depth, scoring depth. They have a lot of young guys that are still coming up. I think it's kind of a win-win. It gives Florida a chance to get some exposure for those guys, especially in playoff experience. They're bound to make the playoffs. So, and this gives New York a little more depth in the offensive player defenseman department. Ooh, that's a mouthful. But also, can score goals. He's not gonna put up 50 a season, but 20 goal scorers aren't super common. And if Vatrano can find that back in his game, whereas a change of scenery might work, as it did when he entered Florida, that's when he had his breakout season of 24 goals. We could see that in New York too. He could just be on a tear and score some goals, and so I like it overall. I think they're both good hockey trades. I don't necessarily think either team has a winner. Obviously, Florida will miss Vatrano a bit. He hasn't played all that poorly. He's 10 goals on the season, 9 points for 19 assists, or 9 assists for 19 points. He's a -2 overall. So, yeah, that's it. A little trade summary. As I said, I think the trade deadline's kind of going to be quiet this year. I'm hoping I'm wrong because I love trades and I love good trades. These are both minor deals. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. Trade deadline's in a few days. Is that Monday? It's usually on a Monday, right? What's the 21st on a Monday. So it'll be good. All right. What do you guys think? These are like decent deals, or what's going on? Are you torn either way? You selling high on Jost, or I'm partial to keep. If I'm Minnesota, I'm probably keeping Nico Sturm, but change of scenery for both players may be beneficial. Nico Sturm, his stats continue to grow. Jost, he seemed to leveled out, but is a high potential younger player. So interesting. I love Vatrano. I hope he does well in New York. I hope New York loses because I don't root for New York, but I'm hoping he does well, and I'm rooting for him. So let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. I'll catch you next deadline deal.